Part 2. The IED is the weapon of choice for insurgents, and a marvelous choice it is. Soldiers will gladly take a dozen gun battles over one mined road. A firefight has a certain brutal honesty. Men shoot at each other, take cover, push ahead and fall back. Finally, one side breaks under the pressure, or loses too many guys, or runs low on ammunition and gives up its ground. A soldier may hate the man shooting at him, but he knows both sides are running the same risk. And bullet wounds are relatively clean. Aside from shots to the head, the round that doesn't kill you probably won't ruin your life. Improvised explosive devices, mines, roadside bombs, booby-trapped houses, teenage boys in suicide vests, the whole panoply of things that go boom, are the opposite. They're sly, nasty, unheroic. They force soldiers to look at their feet as if they're walking through invisible piles of dog shit. When they don't kill, they cause burns and terrible injuries, double and triple amputations. Worst of all, most IEDs are, in military jargon, pressure plate, not command detonated. In plain English, the Taliban leave them buried to maim or kill soldiers unlucky enough to step on them. Counterattacks are impossible. The enduring image of the Iraq War is a smoking Humvee. In Afghanistan, thanks to the new armored vehicles and better air surveillance, the roads are safer. Still, 60% of combat deaths in Afghanistan result from IEDs, and the percentage has hardly varied since 2008, according to the nonprofit group iCasualties.org. The deaths come in ones and twos. A squad of soldiers walks down a muddy road through a pomegranate grove on a narrow path along a canal. Someone steps on a patch of freshly dug dirt. Then, a flash of fire, a hollow boom, a concussion, a plume of black smoke. And a soldier lies on the ground, his legs chopped in half, blood pouring from the stumps. His buddies have no one to attack. They can only strap on tourniquets to stanch the bleeding and call for an evacuation. I was visiting a battalion fighting in the Zari district of Kandahar province, just west of Kandahar city. Highway 1, the crucial two-lane road that connected Afghanistan's biggest cities, ran through the area. Most fighting occurred in a narrow strip between the highway and the Arghandab River to the south. Even by Afghan standards, the Talibs in Zari were IED happy. They had created what the battalion soldiers called IED belts, minefields that protected their positions in the fields north of the river. The fields held pomegranate trees, grapevines, and pot and poppy plants and were collectively called the Green Zone for their lushness. From the Green Zone, the insurgents headed north to attack convoys on Highway 1 and the American bases along the highway. Then they retreated, daring the soldiers to pursue them through their minefields. Changing that equation and clearing the mines had taken the summer and fall of 2010. Months of difficult fighting that cost several soldiers in 1st Battalion their lives. The casualty count would have been worse if not for mine-clearing tools called Mikliks, which were originally designed to open paths through Red Army minefields in Eastern Europe and had been sitting forgotten in Army warehouses since the fall of the Soviet Union. The day after I arrived at FOB Wilson, the battalion's Bravo company began a clearing operation near the base to open a single-lane dirt road off Highway 1. The track had been cleared before, but the son of a local village leader told the battalion that insurgents had snuck back and planted more IEDs. Around 10 on a sunny February morning, we settled into armored trucks for a ride to the staging area that lasted no more than a minute. Then we stepped slowly south on the road toward a concrete bridge over a narrow irrigation canal. I was near the front of the company, along with Major Sean Brown, the battalion's operations officer. Open fields lay to either side, with a thin grove of mulberry trees south of the canal. Brown told me that the battalion's air support had seen Taliban hiding in the abandoned houses down the road. So we came in force, 50 soldiers spread across the fields. Just before the bridge, a soldier in the vanguard noticed a red piece of plastic that seemed buried in the mud, one of the warning signs of a hidden bomb. All of us up front had walked within a few feet of it. We pulled back 100 feet, and the combat engineers went forward with an armored truck that towed the Miklik in a basket behind it. A Miklik sounds vaguely high-tech, but in reality it's just a very long string of high explosive attached to a rocket. Using one is a two-step process. First, combat engineers fire the rocket, which drags the string across a minefield. Then they blow the explosive.